So hello fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 6455463728 and supposed to be and not supposed to be. I think these are words that are killing a lot of people's desires, their happiness really, because we look at life as if there is a particular recipe, steps that we're supposed to follow, that we have to follow, that if we don't follow them, something's wrong with us, and it's all a failure. And yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I had this idea. I would look at TV shows, I guess, like different television shows, and there'd be a group of kids or a group of people in a book that I was reading, and they were a team, and they would go out and fight together and solve mysteries together and whatever. And that is what I internalized, that I needed a group of people around me in order to make me happy. That's what I needed to do. And I found that as an adult, if I go straight over to this other extreme, that is absolutely not what I need to make me happy. I think that a lot of other people, when they see me, they might say, what about your friends? What about the people that you hang out with? Where are they? It's unusual for people not to have the usual group of people that hang out with them. Anybody who is by themselves a lot is probably broken. There's something wrong with them. And I have on occasion had a really good time hanging out in groups. It's been really cool. It's been fun. And then there have been a lot of other times where it has not been fun at all. And it kind of reminds me of smoking cigarettes. There have been a couple of occasions where I was smoking, and you breathe in that cigarette smoke, and you feel, that hits the spot, that's good. But the vast majority of times, it wasn't good. It was just trying to find that occasion where it felt good. But most of the time, it didn't feel good at all. And I spent a lot of time as a teenager thinking, hey, my family and I, we don't fit this box. We don't fit that box. We don't fit this other box. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with me? And all throughout that time, I wasn't really checking myself to see, you don't fit a box. How do you feel about what you do? How you spend your time? How does that feel to you? Does it feel good? Does it feel like it's the right thing for you to be doing? Do you actually really want to do something else? And the answer was no. I didn't. The occasions where I was walking home alone, they were great. I enjoyed myself coming up with all sorts of odd thoughts that I thought were interesting. Or if I was reading a book and I felt good reading whatever book it might be. It might be usually fiction, but even if it wasn't fiction, it was interesting. I remember reading, I think it was either a physics or chemistry book or even a psychiatry book, when I went into university. During the summer break, I had my psychiatry textbook, and while during the year, I couldn't bring myself to. Well, I probably did do the required readings. There were a lot, but here was this book, this big, thick book, and hey, let me see what's interesting in this book. And the next thing I knew, I was completely engrossed in it. There was so many interesting things in this book. And I was supposed to be out there chasing girls and spending time with other people, hanging out. But this was the same feeling as I felt when I was like 11 or 12. And it was break time. And I was reading a book about magnetism or whatever. And I was like, this book is so cool and so interesting. Why do I have to stop? So I didn't go out for break. I didn't play with the other kids. But I was satisfied and I was happy. And when I think about it, the fact that I wasn't like everybody else, that was something that I shouldn't have wasted too much time thinking about, but I think that it was necessary. I needed to realize that I'm not doing what other people are doing, but I like this. And I guess it's not realize, I needed to live it because I knew it already. And it wasn't okay because I didn't see other people doing it to show me, yeah, it's okay. I think right now, during this pandemic, it's a good, or I hope that it's a good opportunity for many people to realize that the things that they were doing, the things that they were supposed to be doing, the things that society said, hey, you need to be doing this, that those things were not making them happy. The money that they spent going out to restaurants all the time, the activities that they did outside of their house, just going to a bar, maybe even traveling, maybe the work that they did. I know that there are some people who they crave that life, and they want to get back to it as soon as possible. But I also know that there are a lot of people who are saying that they don't want life to go back to how it was. That it really wasn't that great. And I mean, if we look at the US economy, they're saying that things the US economy has gone down at an annualized rate of 32% for the year, for the last quarter, or rather 9%. I forget the difference. The 32% is over the whole year. If it was at that rate for the whole year, it would be 32%. But considering that it's just for the 3 months, it's 9%. So anyway, the point is that yes, some people are dead as a result of COVID, but there are so many other people who can see starkly, like the way that if the tide went out for a long time, you can see what was below the water, that you didn't need to be doing and spending all of this money and doing all of these activities in order to be happy. There are a lot of people who are happy even though the US economy has lost, let's call it 10% of its actual activity, its actual economic production. And many people are okay. And furthermore, there are so many people whose lives depended on unnecessary activity, like a restaurant. Sorry if you work for a restaurant, but it's not necessary. Bars. I'm sorry if you work for a bar. It's not necessary. Clubs are not necessary. Driving to work every day for many people is not necessary. Going shopping every day, it's not necessary. But all of these unnecessary things were powering other people's lives. It was giving them the money that they needed to survive. But they're not necessary, and furthermore, they were making the planet worse in terms of all of these items that just go straight to a landfill, or drinking really at a bar regularly is not really good for your health. I guess most places don't really have smoking inside of them anymore, so that's good too. And it's just that there's so many things that we were doing that were unnecessary. Can't we find a way for people to work and live without these things that not only are not necessary, that they're detrimental? Whereas we were thinking, yeah, we're supposed to be going out to the bar. And one comedian said, it's not that we're not fun anymore because we're 30 and we want to go home and sleep. It's because it was never fun and we just realized it. And I thought that was so emblematic of the truth, at least the truth that I have found. I'm supposed to be going out there and having fun and doing this and that. And at least what I found personally was that these things are not fun. They weren't fun. That's why I stopped, because it was a fairy tale. But anyway, guys, hopefully you're not letting what you're supposed to be doing and where you're supposed to be in life make you feel bad about yourself. And please wish me luck. You can like or unlike, you can comment, and maybe if you want, you can subscribe or share. And of course, you can do nothing. Peace.